As former President Donald Trump's criminal trial winds down, both sides are set to deliver their closing arguments to the jury. And a still active situation prompts evacuations in Papua New Guinea after a landslide buries more than 2,000 people. The Morning Rundown starts now.
From the Straight Arrow News Studio, bringing the stories that matter to you from across the United States and around the world. This is the Morning Rundown.
Today is Tuesday, May 28th. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kara Rucker. After weeks of testimony from 22 witnesses, the prosecution and the defense will present their closing arguments starting this morning in the New York criminal trial of former President Donald Trump. Trump's attorneys will deliver their closing arguments first to the 12-person jury, trying to poke holes into the Manhattan District Attorney's claims against the former president. Then it will be the prosecution's turn to convince the jury that Trump falsified business records related to payments to his former lawyer Michael Cohen that he made to adult film star Stormy Daniels before the 2016 presidential election. Trump denies any wrongdoing in the case. Once closing arguments are completed, the judge will give the jury members instructions, expected to last an hour, where he'll instruct them of the charges they must consider before they begin deliberations. The judge has said he expects this to begin on Wednesday. Then the case moves to the hands of the jury as it evaluates all 34 counts against Trump. It remains to be seen how long it will take the jury to reach a verdict in the historic case. The Biden administration says it is actively engaging with the Israeli army on what exactly happened during an airstrike on the Gaza city of Rafah on Sunday that killed dozens of people and injured roughly 250 more at a tent camp for displaced Palestinians. The Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry saying at least 45 people, including children, were killed in the strike. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu calling the killings a tragic mishap, telling Parliament on Monday that the military has opened an investigation into the deaths.
In Rafah, we already evacuated about 1 million non-combatant residents, and despite our utmost effort not to harm non-combatants, something unfortunately went tragically wrong. We are investigating the incident and will reach conclusions because this is our policy.
Israel has said the attack targeted a Hamas compound, killing 2 of the group's top senior officials. Hamas officials calling the strike a war crime, saying Israel is in defiance of the recent decision by the United Nations World Court, which called on Israel to stop its operations in Rafah. In a statement on Monday, a White House National Security Council spokesperson said the images coming from Rafah were heartbreaking. The spokesperson added that Israel does have a right to go after Hamas, but needs to make every precaution possible to protect civilians. Severe storms killed at least 22 people across 5 states over Memorial Day weekend, with at least 25 tornadoes being reported. In Texas, 7 people, including 2 young children, were killed. More than 100 were injured as the storm swept across the state. The governor of Kentucky confirming 5 people were killed in the storms. Teams from the National Weather Service are being sent to survey tornado damage. And possible tornadoes are being blamed for at least 2 deaths in both Oklahoma and Arkansas. Sunday alone saw at least 622 severe weather reports from Wyoming to New Hampshire, making it the most active severe storm day of the year, according to the National Weather Service, breaking the previous high of 565 reports earlier this month. Thousands are being forced to evacuate today in Papua New Guinea, with officials declaring a state of emergency, saying a landslide is still active following last week's deadly incident. More than 2,000 people are believed to have been buried alive by the landslide in the country's remote northern highlands. It's not immediately clear how high the death toll actually is. So far, only 5 bodies have been recovered. The landslide destroyed buildings and blocked the main highway, creating major obstacles for relief workers. Heavy machinery has been brought in to assist, but officials say the situation remains unstable due to shifting debris. Papua New Guinea's prime minister says the government is working with international organizations to assess the damage and determine the need for further support. Elon Musk's venture into artificial intelligence just got a major boost. Musk announcing his startup xAI has raised $6 billion in funding by investors, including Silicon Valley firms and a Saudi Arabian prince. His company, which he launched last summer, is now valued at $24 billion. In a blog post, the company is saying the funding will be used to take xAI's first products to market, build advanced infrastructure, and accelerate research and development of future technologies. As of now, xAI's chatbot is only available for premium subscribers of the social media platform X, Musk saying there will be more to announce in the coming weeks. And you can now get alerted to all of our AI stories by downloading the Straight Arrow News app and turning on notifications. Finally this morning, tributes continue to pour in for Basketball Hall of Famer Bill Walton from the sports world and beyond. Walton died Monday after a prolonged battle with cancer. His basketball career included 2 NCAA championships and 2 NBA titles. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver called Walton one of a kind. Fellow Hall of Famer Dr. J. Julius Erving said Walton was one of the sports world's most beloved champions. Boston Celtics legend Larry Bird said Walton was one of the greatest to ever play the game. And former President Barack Obama writing on X that Walton was a champion at every level and the embodiment of unselfish team play. Bill Walton was 71 years old. These are your top stories for this Tuesday. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, I'm Kara Rucker. Have a great day.